Well, probably not these days. But as long as I can remember, schools have always tried to use the latest technologies that were available to them. I mean, I can remember in the basement of my school seeing these typewriter classes for girls and for guys. And every now and again, the teacher would roll in the computer that was attached to an old black and white TV. But I do remember this overhead projector being was pretty staple in my classroom. Teachers would always bring it in with slides and they'd show students notes. This looked a lot like our computer lab when I was in the early 90s, late 80s. And when the teacher brought in this for the first time, this laser disc and the player, pretty sure every one of the students in my class had this look on their face. What was this? Today's classrooms definitely look a lot different from the ones that I grew up in. I mean, the amount of technology that's available to students today is absolutely amazing. From smart boards to tablets and smartphones, I mean, students have access to technology like no other time in history. They're able to collaborate together, work together a lot more efficiently than in the past, research materials, play games, use problem-solving programs to help them develop their 21st century skills, and it won't be too long before everything will be in 3D.
What technology do you use in school?
We use iPads and computers and phones and all that stuff every day.
The computers, the board at the front of the room.
In school, we use boards or smart boards. Some teachers even use their phones or iPads to look up certain things.
We use the TVs, we use computers, I use my cell phone, probably more than I should.
Notebook and a pen to help me in school because I'm on the Asperger's spectrum. The pen is able to record what you have on the page, and then you can get the notes onto your computer too.
How do you think people learn before technology like computers and the internet?
I don't know. Probably like encyclopedias and dictionaries.
Probably books.
I don't know. I guess they had to go to the library or something and look it up.
Books?
A great tool that children have access to today are their smartphones or their tablets. I think maybe in the past a lot of teachers might have been hesitant about using smartphones or tablets in their classrooms, where they saw that there was a chance for students to goof off or not be very efficient at the time. However, I think that idea is changing more and more. One of the best ways that we can use this for a collaborative tool. I've learned that these devices can be used for texting, peer editing, or giving constructive criticism about different projects to each other. Another thing that teachers can do, they can upload their Google Forms onto the Google Docs, and the students can have access to rubrics or lesson plans, and they can go in there anytime and check that from their tablets. Another thing that students can do is that they can post videos or text to collaborative tools like VoiceThread, and I think that's another great opportunity for students to learn. Another fantastic way that students can use their smartphones or tablets is as a communication device, what it's meant to be. We could also use it in a more interactive way. iPhones have FaceTime, where you can add students or people or parents from outside the classroom that can join into group discussions or view presentations. This could be used on a global aspect, where you can get a classroom from Indonesia or Australia or South America or wherever in the world to communicate with students in North America or whatever country you find yourself into. Students can also use the video and the audio recording to record your instructions, so that they can play it back later to find out exactly what you had said. So that way you're able to communicate to your students more effectively. And finally, as a communication device for the teacher, you can send them reminders about assignments that are due or about tests that are upcoming. Another way that we can use smartphones and tablets are to create things. Students are able to create blog posts from their smartphones. They can make videos and presentations, but they can do role plays, or commercials, or mini movies. I mean, there's a variety of things that they can do with this. Audio recording, they can record music, they can record their voices, especially for an ESL environment. They can hear themselves. Sometimes that makes a big difference when you can actually hear yourself in recording. 20%.